Hello and welcome to the show. You know, the entertainment industry can be really tough. The pressure, the competition, the critics, the haters, the efforts to keep your fans coming back for more. Now, add to that the crack epidemic of the 80s, domestic violence, and a burning desire to find your way back to the gifts that God gave you. That is the story of Doreen Broadnax. Known as Sparky D in the 80s, she was one of the first female battle rappers to jump fearlessly on stage and hold her own. Life has taken a lot of twists and turns that forced her to turn to God and reinvent Sparky D. Please welcome to the show, Apostle Sparky D.
Hello, Portia.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
It is a pleasure to have you here, sis.
Yes.
It's an honor.
Thank you.
Are truly one of the legends.
Yes, yes.
And not everybody knows the name. But when we talk about the music, then it's like, oh, Sparky D. And for those who know your name, we say thank you. Because it was more than a notion holding your own as a young woman, as a teenager.
Yes.
In the 80s.
Yes.
On a hip hop stage.
Wow.
In Brownsville.
In Brownsville.
Just tell me what that was like for you.
Well, Portia, it was amazing, you know, coming from Brownsville, living on the 14th floor in the projects.
Yeah.
And going around the world, you know, running on a subway train, going to Russell Simmons' office, you know, all of us becoming stars. Curtis Blow, Roxanne Shanté, Spider D, you know, Houdini, and we're running back and forth to to Russell Simmons' office, but going around the world at a very young age.
Right.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
And how did you get discovered, so to speak? Because you were rapping and competing before, you know, there was the name, right? You were out there like, I can do this too.
Yeah, I was going from park to park, Manhattan, Brooklyn, you know, the Bronx. But we met a guy named Robert, and he said Spider D, which is an old school legend, was looking for a female group. And I said, wow, come on, let's go. And I was with the Playgirls, Moski and City Slim. And we went down to Power Play Studios, and I told Moski and City Slim, look, don't act like you like him because he a rapper. He turned the music on, and we began to rap. But ironically, I was the one who got with Spider D.
Right. So obviously there was something about you that stood out. There was a lot. There's this beautiful, raspy voice.
Yes.
There was the talent, the lyrical talent. And there was this bravado that people weren't used to seeing in, if we can be honest, young, pretty girls on stage.
Yes. You know, light skin, green eyes, a Coca-Cola bottle shape, beautiful ponytail. And coming from Brownsville, our motto was never ran, never will. So, you know, my sick thinking was like, yo, I'm the one, I'm this, I'm that. And it stuck with me. But I never rehearsed in my life, Portia. I never practiced a day in my life, even to this day.
Wow. Let's talk about, that's amazing. Let's just speak to what that means, what that says about your talent. Let's get to this battle, I say with air quotes, with Roxanne Shanté.
Wow.
It starts with music, but it ends very far away from a battle. You two ended up being very good friends.
Well, I say enemies. We started as enemies.
Right.
Going around the world, two little girls, no Instagram, no internet, no anything, selling out arenas.
Yeah.
And we're battling cats and dogs.
Right.
Okay. And we were enemies. Then we became frenemies.
Yeah.
Then we became sisters.
Yeah.
And now we go out and minister the word of God with each other. We uplift, we encourage, we engage. We do whatever we can to reach back out to our sisters and our brothers.
And it's interesting because in the documentary, we learned that even though, and there's this, I love this picture of all of you. There's so many legends in here. That is a great day. It's like a retake of a great day in Harlem.
That was Salt and Pepper's day to get their star.
But we learned that even though on stage you two were battling, because that was part of the performance, right? Some people didn't know how much of it was performative, but when you got on there, it was time to do it. But when you were struggling with addiction, Roxanne was the one who was helping you with your children.
She really came into the crack house one day, Portia, and she knocked on the door and she surprised me. You know, I was in the back room doing my thing, getting high, and she came in and she took my kids out the crack house.
And she asked you to come too, right?
Yeah, she did, but I wasn't going nowhere. You know, back then, you know, this is what I want. This is what I chose in my life.
Right.
You know, going through, my mother passed away, and that just broke my heart, and I just continued to smoke crack cocaine.
Right. And it's a story that you talk about, one of the many struggles that you had to deal with, but especially, and what your children had to deal with. You're very candid in this documentary. I want to take a look at You Can't Erase Me. We got just a clip.
Okay, let's look. I'm at the peak of my career and they had shows and I knew I was supposed to show up.
I was like, wow, how she get twisted up in this?
You just say, why you always want to go home so quick?
I used to see her come.
I want to go home. I'm going home to my man. But my man was crack.
I hated to sell her, but I had to get that bread.
I smoked crack with every last one of my children.
That was so real and so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Because I obviously don't want to give it away because I want people to go and watch this documentary, but you talk about the impact on your children, and your children, we hear about the impact for them personally.
Yes.
How do you mend those wounds for your children?
You know, Portia, I felt guilty for a long time.
Yeah.
And I had to be honest with my children. You know, always love my children, always show them love in spite of. But Portia, I never got high in front of my children. I never got high in the daytime because I knew the school bus was coming. I had to take them off the school bus. I had to be with them and interact with them and cook dinner. It was rough. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It was rough. You know, they had attitude. They had resentment.
Yeah.
But love covers the multitude of fault, Portia.
It does.
And I'm just pouring love back into my children. You know, even when I was clean, I still was trying to get back to be Sparky D, but not knowing inside that God was changing my life, that he wanted me to go over this way. But just still pouring love into my children and letting them know everything's going to be okay and pushing them where they need to be.
Right.
In spite of the whatever. But they never called me out my name. My children never disrespected me.
Yeah. That which still speaks to the love of our children, the agape love, right, as it's called, of our children. But learning to love yourself.
Yes.
How much, we haven't even gotten to the abuse at the hands of very violent men that you loved and you were in relationships with.
Yes. Portia, still learning, but just walked in that door knowing whose I am and who I am and learning my worth. I'm now walking into that. I'm walking into that. You know, loving on me, that it's about me. You know, I carry my heart on my sleeve when it comes to all God's people, but learning how to say no.
Right, and no is a complete sentence.
Yes.
There's no need to explain what is no longer healthy for us.
It is.
Whew. I knew this was going to be an enriching experience for our viewers, but I am moved, sis. I am moved.
Wow.
I want you to stay with us.
Thank you.
More conversation with Sparky D when we return right after the break. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I really want to thank you for season 3 of Portia. It's because of loyal viewers like you that we keep getting to share this daily dose of positivity all across the country. So just a reminder, I still need you to like, comment, and subscribe, and go ahead and tell your friends. You can catch us now in Orlando, in San Francisco, in Atlanta, and all across the country on Fox Soul. Tell your friends. We'll see you soon on Portia.